Hey, today we're chopping it up with Jesse Tech. He's going to be talking about social media and how being consistent has actually made him a very great realtor. Time to chop it up with Jesse Tech. What's up, brother? How are you, man?
Amazing, man. This is crazy. Look at the setup you guys got going on here, man.
Right?
That's crazy, man. To think that we came from iPhones
Yeah.
to small little ass. Now look at these big ass cameras looking at
Now
me.
we
And
got
this
like
light in front of us.
3-4 lights. We have a whole set behind us.
Yeah, this is great, man.
Yeah.
This is great.
We started off, and I say we because I remember, I think when we met each other, 2-3 years ago?
Yeah. July 2021.
You know the dates better than I do.
Of course I do, man. Changed my life.
Hey, take that as a good compliment. I don't know how to.
Man.
I don't know how to take compliments. I think I've told you that before.
Yeah.
Um,
The reason why I said that is because you helped me out with my first, you still help me out, but my first little transactions I had going on.
that's true. That's true.
My very first client was a Spanish-speaking client. You remember?
Oh, let me.
It was a house in Downey, and I had the home inspection report, and I was like, dude, I don't know how to explain this in Spanish. I barely know how to explain this in English. And you're like, don't worry, just bring him in. And we brought him in, and we were in Claudia's office at the time. And I was like, Coach, man, can you help me just do this appointment, just home inspection? He's like, what are you doing? Home inspection, just review home inspection. I was like, yeah. And you were like, give me the report. Let me see the report. I was like, dude, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, it's good. Foundation's good. Roof is good. You walked in, 5 minutes, reviewed the report, walked out. I'm like, bruh, that's it? That's all the appointment? That was so fast. I was overthinking it. But, I mean, when people are starting up, they kind of don't know what to expect.
Yeah, like that. Those small things mean a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I don't remember that.
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
It was so quick. I wouldn't imagine you to remember it, but the small little things like that help me in transactions, dude.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I know that we always talk about this story. How I remember meeting you, but what does stick out like a sore thumb, you were the first one to send me a video.
Yeah, man. I still do that to this day with
Really?
new people that I meet.
Wow. Yeah, that you got my attention, and I'm like, okay, who is this kid?
Yeah, I learned that from Grant Cardone.
No way.
Yeah, attention, man. Attention.
Uncle G.
Uncle G, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, attention. Money follows attention. That's the way it is.
That's true. And I remember after that, we started talking. I just found a video. I think I sent it to you, two days ago? You started laughing.
What, about the Nerf thing, or what are you talking about?
No, not the Nerf thing. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
No, I was, I don't know. It was like 2 years ago, and I think I just filmed you, and then I put some Drake music over you. A cover song, and I just found it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it was at, I don't know what we're doing. I just found it, and it's interesting because I'm like, damn, this guy doesn't age. I just sent it to you.
Yeah.
But man, we've come a long way. When I mean we, I'm talking about this right here because I remember there was a point where, when I met you, I was already into filming. You weren't. Well, you had a camera. I don't remember.
I was just, I ran like a little personal brand where I was the photographer and I was just selling T-shirts and things like that. But it wasn't video. It was more just taking pictures of products I was selling.
Then we've talked about this many times. One time you gave me a vision. I said, bro, I've been wanting to do that. But no one goes along with me.
Yeah, man.
And you were like, well, we need to do this, da-da-da. And then you send me a list. And I think I bought it on Sunday, and I got back to the office on Monday.
Yeah.
I'm right, how do we assemble this? And then we both didn't know what to do. And look at us now.
Yeah, man.
You got this whole monitor behind these cameras. We have a crew helping out. And I see you doing big things. I see you doing your own podcast. You're interviewing people. You have your vision. But somehow we still come, and I'm like, hey, bro, I got to interview you.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And I know you were like, hey, is it bad? I'm like, yeah, it's bad. Earlier.
I can't stay stuck, man. I always have to keep doing something. Whether it's videos of my own or podcasts or I'm changing my office, I always have to be doing something.
Is that something?
I'm one of the types that can't sit still.
Is that something from your childhood?
I don't know.
Like you've always been that as a little kid?
Maybe, but I don't get attached to things very much, and I'm okay with letting things go and bringing in new. So I don't know. Maybe it's from my childhood, maybe it isn't. But I get bored fast, bro.
Yeah.
Really, really quick.
What keeps you grounded? And what I mean by that, I'm going with one thing. I know real estate has kept you grounded.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, besides like my family, my kids and things like that, but I think like one of the things that has kept me grounded from the get-go has been like experiencing these crazy ass homes, $4, $5, $6 million homes that I would do home tours of. Like on the come up, that was what was keeping me grounded and keeping me to continue on. Because at first, when you're not doing many transactions, it's like, dude, I'm not doing any transactions, bro. Like, this sucks. I have no money. But at least you can experience some of the craziness of the industry. And so I just kept touching that, and I kept touching that.
And you still are.
Yeah, I still go every now and then. I do a home tour, but it's been less. But
has it been less because now you're more busy in transactions and you also have a different niche?
Honestly, it's been less because of all of these things that are happening with social media and the DAOR and complaints and this and that, and you got to disclose. So I've just been kind of laying low on it. You know what I mean?
But I think, to your defense, I don't think you need that as much anymore because you bring so much value now.
Yeah, just straight value.
Yeah, like I think the other day you were talking about disclosures or something. You were jumping on your car. I was listening to your YouTube.
Yeah.
Where's your YouTube? I mean.
Yeah, I mean, Jesse Tech is a YouTube, and I literally just did a full self-driving video and explaining to people what happens in escrow, like all the different milestones. Because I've been having conference calls with people from my open house. A bunch of sellers and a bunch of buyers went. Mm-hmm. That's what you get for pricing it low. You just get a bunch of attention. And dude, I've just been on conference calls nonstop the past 2-3 weeks, and I found myself being repetitive in a lot of the calls. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make a video out of it. Yeah. And if people are curious about it, they'll watch it. And if I get on the phone with people, I'm gonna be like, hey, watch this video. I really like explain what happens inside of the escrow process, like step by step, EMD to LE to home inspections, to appraisal, to all of it. So I think
every escrow is different, by the way.
Yeah, every escrow is different. But I think the name of the game with video is just being able to drop shit, man. Being able to just give out free value. And I think people see that. And if you give out free game, free value, I think there's a shift in someone's mindset where they're going to be, oh, this guy is legit. I'm just going to work with him, mm-hmm. you know?
And you're more present.
Yeah.
And you're more, what's the word I'm looking? I mean, nowadays with social media, you build trust, obviously, through your social media presence.
Yeah.
And it's the way you also carry yourself on social media. I mean, I see you. We were once way out there in, golly, was it South Coast? And someone just randomly came, hey, yeah, you're Jesse, yada, yada. And we were like, bro, I think they're, because he was looking at you. And it all is through social media. And today you got to meet one of the, man, this guy, since I met you, you always wanted to meet him, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, he was my entry into real estate. I got to meet Ryan Serhan, and that mall incident has been happening a little bit more frequently, especially with like me knowing you and us always posting like ridiculous stories. Just people like, oh yeah, I know you. You hang out with Jesus, or yeah, I know you. You're from social media.
I get that in return.
Yeah, man, and it's just like people are watching.
Someone just told me that's your bestie.
Yeah, I
mean, and I'm like, really? They're like, yeah. And then someone just posted the comment, made a comment about the gun. True story. They're like, hey, how professional is that? And I said, well, I'm going to ask you a question. Do you want to be in an old office where it's just all boring, or you're having fun, but we get business done?
Yeah.
And they were like, well, yeah, if you look at it that way. I said, come on, we're just having fun. But at the end of the day, what people don't see behind closed doors is how many times you're in a serious phone call. How many times don't they see me driving from one office to another office to another office? And we're working. I mean, it's 6 o'clock. I don't know what time it is right now, but you drove all the way from West LA. You know, what people don't know, I've been in trainings, meetings, luncheons, trainings, and then we're filming. Even though people think it's a lot of fun being on social media, it is. But how much time did you invest recording and editing? How much time have you invested in all that?
Man, probably hours and hours at the beginning. At the beginning, I had to learn what the hell I was doing. But now, like for every video that's on the feed is maybe actually recording it, maybe 2 to 6 hours recording, and then actual editing is maybe 2 to 4 hours editing.
But how many videos are you spitting out?
I try to spit out maybe 2 to 6 a week. But the story thing, going back to it, like, is that professional, having the gun and shit like that? I feel like my style is very documentary.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily set up. It's not like, hey, I'm gonna be downstairs. I need you to be over here, and I'm just gonna walk around with a gun, and then I'm gonna shoot you, and I want your reaction. Like I didn't tell you that. I just
no. But that started because I sent you a video the night before. I thought it was hilarious, and then you said, "I'm gonna get you," and then I said, "It's war."
Yeah.
And then I walk in.
Got your ass. Dude.
You did. You did. I can't wait to upload the next video because I got you right now. And the funny thing is, I knew coming into the office, had I not gone and got the Nerf gun, something told me he's probably gonna get one on me. And that's just us being competitive.
I was quick with it too.
Yeah, but then you have 2 little ones. So I don't know if you just got one from your kids.
Nah, that was an Amazon order.
Really?
Yeah, overnight.
Yeah, you're good.
Amazon's good, bro. Yeah.
So this is what they don't know. I went up to the transaction coordinator, and I was asking a very serious question about a transaction. And when I turn around, I'm walking. I see the corner of my eye. I see you, but then I see like a neon color, and then I'm like, "He got me."
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
It's just
ridiculous, bro.
I just took off after that.
No, but my style is very documentary. It's not. It's very vloggy. It's not necessarily like, hey, I'm gonna set this up.
Do you remember our first one of the first videos we made?
I know the first video we made. It was at Brisa's listing in Santa Fe Springs, and I was like, "Hey, dude, can you come record me with this home tour?
I remember
I'm just gonna
that.
Open the door, and you just come behind me."
Yeah.
I think I got like a little frustrated at you because
You just took the phone away and I took off.
Yeah, that was like one of the first things, man.
You did this. No, you don't understand. I said, "Well, I'm out."
Yeah, but the big thing is just repetition, just being able to do repetitions, and that's how you get better.
But there's a video that we had one camera, photography camera, and then we have no mics, and then we were just asking each other questions. I still have that video. It's on my Instagram.
In your office?
It was in another office, but we found an empty office. We went in there. We were just recording.
Really?
And with a blue lighted thing, and then after that we liked it. We thought we were all excited, right? Like,
I remember this.
And then you tell me, hey, we need like some mics.
Yeah,
and then that's what triggered to get the microphones.
That was at my very first office at Lotus.
Yeah.
I remember that, man. Crazy.
Yeah.
The white desk. The white desk was way too big for that office, bro.
I just remember that's what triggered the microphones.
Yeah. That's when you got these.
That's when you told me.
You went from like no mics to like the best mics.
And then we ended up getting the Sony.
Yeah.
And then from there
yeah, man.
It just took off. So, man, I know I sat down with you yesterday and you were like, "Man, I got this going on."
Yeah.
You're gonna take off. You're gonna take off.
I think this is gonna be that leap year that we've been talking about for the past like year or two.
Yep. Both. I see you're on this journey, and somehow I'm in this journey, but somehow we always come back like together. Like, hey, bro, somebody just asked me. I'm trying not to go back to this conversation, but they asked me about you, and then I did a comparison. I said, there's very few people when I can, if I don't talk to them for about a week or two, but when I talk to them, it's just like jumping in a bicycle. We just take off.
Yeah,
like,
man.
It's just on that vibe.
Yeah.
And they were like, really? I'm like, I don't know. It's just weird. We just vibe. I'm like, since day one, if that's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And they've always asked me like, well, is it because you get that word favoritism? I'm like, I don't think it's favoritism. I think we're just both have that mindset. And then we both somehow go back to one thing we talked about once and we were driving down in the freeway.
Yeah.
And I said, man, it's crazy how we just think like a kid.
Yeah.
And you say, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. And then we just started.
It is, dude. I feel like I'm just a big kid, to be honest with you. I hope everyone is like that too, and they don't take themselves too seriously.
You'll be surprised.
Yeah, I feel like you need to have some fun.
You'll be surprised, man. How are the little ones, man?
Oh yeah, they're good, man.
Baseball?
We're going to I'm not gonna be here tomorrow. I'm taking my kid, and he's ditching school, and we're going to Six Flags. No one knows about this besides me and him. So, yeah.
Wait, not
we're gonna
even
go on a date. No one knows about this. Just me and him.
Not even mom.
Not even mom. So we're gonna have just a good time. We're gonna go on a date. Just enjoy. Yeah. But I've
Wait, you
always
mean by
liked to do
ditching,
that
like
with
you're
them.
taking him to school and you're checking him out, or?
No, he's not even going to school, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
we're going straight to Six Flags.
That's cool, bro.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. So my kids are great, man. My kids are amazing. Time's flying. I've like found myself recently like sort of in a rut where I've been getting home at the same time, and it's been like the same evenings like for the past 4 days, where I get home, drop my stuff, say what's up to the kids, and we have the same. It's been like the same night over and over, and like I was like, you know what, we got to switch it up. So that's when I was like, hey Jays, we're gonna go to Six Flags, and he's like, when? And he was like, well, we're gonna go to Six Flags during the day. So I'm not taking you to school. We're just gonna go straight to Six Flags. He's like, all right, cool, pops, because I haven't really been hanging out with him a lot, and he's getting big, and next year he's going into middle school, and so this bullshit California, they're gonna be teaching him about transgender. Can you believe that, bro? Bullshit, bro. Bullshit. So I need to like make sure he's on my side so that way he doesn't get confused in school.
Yeah, I think that's a topic a lot of people.
Yeah, no hate on that, but like, dude, don't push it on my kids at that early of an age. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it is what it is, man.
But that's what's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you this question: what ride are you hitting first?
I think he wants to do that new ride, Wonder Woman, that's next to Riddler's Revenge.
I didn't even know.
All the way in the back next to the green ride.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, him and I are roller coaster fanatics. I
Really?
love roller coasters, bro.
What? What's your favorite roller coaster? I want to hear this.
I like Accelerator at Knott's Berry Farm. That's always been a favorite.
I haven't been on that.
What?
And you know what? My sister used to work there for years.
Oh, wow.
And I never went, but they took advantage of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Second one?
Damn. Probably real estate.
That's a roller coaster, all right?
That's a fucking roller
That's
coaster.
That's a roller
right
coaster,
there,
bro. That is a roller coaster.
Especially with the NAR things coming up in July. Yeah. I mean, it's not official yet, right? It's still going to be.
It's coming along. But, I mean, let's be honest with one another. You've known me for what, 2-3 years now?
Yeah.
I've been telling you about this since
you've always brought up the buyer broker agreement.
And I told you, hey, man, it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming. And no one believed me, including JJ when I first met him. He's like, why are you charging? I'm like, well, it's coming. He didn't believe me. And then he's like, hey, dude.
Hey, what is this?
What is this? He's a vibe.
Yeah, he's a vibe. He's cool, man. He's
yeah,
cool
we went out to dinner with him.
Yeah, we got to do that again.
Yeah. You could pay this time. That's the thing,
we'll
man.
Have him pay this time. We'll have him pay this time. Whose birthday's coming up? Not yours.
It's his.
It's his?
It's his birthday
Damn.
coming up.
We should have taken him out for his. We'll say that was for his birthday. Capital Grill. Yeah? Whatever. Yeah, we'll take him out.
Shout out to JJ.
Yeah.
JJ's gangster.
Yeah.
Talk to me. How are you?
Today, during Ryan Serhant,
yeah,
the NAR thing came up. And his perspective is pretty cool.
What did he say?
He just said something along the lines of, if you know your true value and you know how to present, it's just one more conversation. And it's kind of like, I mean, it's like what you've been saying.
That's true.
But one of the things that Ryan Serhant says is, like, he empowers us as agents to show how valuable we are to our clients and them purchasing one of the biggest things that they're going to purchase in their life. And some of them even just purchase once throughout their whole lifetime. And so for them to do it without an agent, I can't really imagine that.
We today we had at the luncheon, same thing.
Yeah.
He said, I think it's just now showing the value and really explaining to the client what they could get themselves into a lawsuit
Mm-hmm.
in the event they don't sign the right form. You just had a bad incident. Not you particularly, but there was somebody that was representing the buyer, right? And how unethical were they?
Are you talking about
The
my listing?
transaction you had in your listing, right?
Oh, bro, that
Now
that
imagine.
buyer agent was.
Now, would you pay that agent?
You know, I told you over the phone I don't feel comfortable paying her. And it's funny because I'm the listing agent, but I'm also the owner. And me as both is like, dude, I don't want to pay this girl. I don't think she's doing a killer job. I gave her specific instructions on what to do, and she couldn't even follow instructions, man.
So it goes back. It's unfortunate. I go back to one thing: either we play in real estate, or we're really bringing value as a realtor to the consumer.
right.
And I think one thing I asked the group in the morning, and I think it goes back to the psychology of sales.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been preaching this a long time. I said people don't ask, like when you meet and really ask people, hey, what is it that you're looking for, so I could bring a solution to you.
Yeah.
And then once I could bring the solution to you, identify certain things that you're looking for, and I could bring you that solution. And then you set expectations, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when you do all that, and then you explain to them, like, this is what to expect, this is what I'm going to protect you on, then at that moment, it's like anything else, it comes with this. I'm going to do my best for you, not to pay out of pocket. But in the event you do, then we have to discuss this thing called commission.
Yeah.
But see, if you do it in that essence, you would pay to go see somebody speak. Why?
Yeah, absolutely. There's so much value in it. One small little move can change the trajectory of all your decisions.
Correct. I remember going, I think it was a Century 21 convention years ago.
Yeah.
And I went into a class, and I remember hearing this how to be a professional closer. That class was something like
Yeah.
that. Like, what are they going to say? He was there speaking for a while, and then he said one thing.
Uh-huh.
He said, whenever you meet someone and you ask them on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how motivated are you?
Mm.
And I'm like, well, they're going to say a 7 or 6. And then everyone asked the same question, well, what will make you a 10?
Mm.
And then the gentleman, stop it with that. Why don't you ever ask people, like, really? You come off as you probably will rate yourself a 4. Why don't you rate yourself a 4 then? Because you gave yourself a good number. And then the person's going to start telling you all the reasoning why they are that. And those are the real reasons why they want to sell.
Mm.
I'm like, got it.
Nice.
That same week when I came back, I went on a listing appointment, and the same thing the seller told me, like, oh, I'm not really motivated. And the reason when I heard that and I heard his reasoning, then I asked it in that way, and he started telling me, and then I ended up getting the listing that week.
Oh, wow. Nice.
That's simple. But again, it's just being open to constructive criticism, opening to learn. And I think that's one of the attributes you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you talked about that a year ago. You weren't open to that. Remember you told me, man, I had a little ego going on last year.
Yeah.
Was it last year or the year before?
It's like 2 years ago now. It's dangerous, bro. The ego is dangerous. And it doesn't have like a filter. It doesn't have an off button. Like once you get in that ego and you think you're the shit and you think you're the best, it's hard to turn it off, man.
What brought you down?
Oh, man. Multiple things.
Yeah.
But
can you, in hindsight now, because I asked you this question a day or two ago. I said, hey, man, don't get too comfortable.
Yeah.
I said, can you identify if you're getting to that?
I think I can now. But when you're making all this money and you're getting all this attention, it's hard. It's really, really hard. And you're making the most amount of money you've ever made in a year. Like it's difficult to turn off. But I mean, now, am I getting comfortable now? I don't know. I'm not prospecting hard. I'm picking and choosing who I work with now. I was able to tell a couple of buyers to fuck off recently, and I think I'm at a different place in my life, and I see myself becoming, I don't know, I'm ready for the next version of me. I'm ready for the next Jesse Tech. Jesse Tech, someone that's continuously evolving. And if you look at me today and you look at me 2 years ago on my Instagram, I'm a completely different person.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Big time. I've seen your growth. I've seen the way you carry yourself with a lot of confidence now. You still come and ask me about certain questions like, hey, what do you do here? What do you do here? And then I remember the other day, I'm like, oh, thank you. That's why I got you. And he just left like.
Duh, man. I just need those quick little alignments, you know? I think everyone needs that.
Yeah.
Everyone needs that. To this day, I still need you. I still need a coach in my life.
I actually, I was just told something straight up on Tuesday from the person that's now, finally, I think I told you, right? Finally, I have somebody kind of like checking in on me every single week. Because I never had that for all these years. I've never had anyone. And I just stood there and I got pissed. Like, I got a little mad when they told me something. Like, in other words.
Like, they criticized you?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, they did. And they said, like, why weren't you, because we even made a damn video, like, oh, you're the recruiter, yada, yada, top 21. And they're like, yeah, your numbers were low.
Dang.
And I got mad.
Yeah, man.
And, you know.
Not mad at the person, but maybe at yourself, right?
I was pissed.
Yeah.
And I was pissed at the fact that, you know, after they asked me all the questions, what happened, they don't know internally what's going on. They're like, okay, that I could see why. And I said, no, that's not an excuse. I still believe that I could actually do this. And I was pissed. Right after that, I text JJ, pissed. Like, I was pissed off.
Yeah.
And I said, I'll be damned. Someone tells me like that again. But you use it as an internal fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, what do? You just want to get better at things, right?
Is the excuse like, hey, I have more agents under me and I have more like conversations happening throughout the day? No,
it wasn't that. It's just you don't put it on your schedule.
Yeah, yeah.
And whatever
Same with me, man.
If I'm telling the agents and I'm asking you for a schedule, it boils down to where's your schedule at. And when they were asking, it's like, you know what, I didn't put it on my schedule.
Yeah.
You know, you still got to pick up the phone. You still got to ask for the close, right? And you know, at the end of the day, production's not there, and I was really pissed, man. I'm telling you right now, I got pissed. Like,
yeah. What do you do when you're pissed?
I went running that night. You already know that.
Fucking knew it.
I went running that night. I was just pissed, and I'm like, I got home. I said I'm gonna get out, and I went running, and I remember playing Kobe Bryant, like literally like on my one of those Kobe Bryant motivation.
Yeah.
And I wanted to hear Kobe Bryant when he's talking about losing. And I literally just played that damn crap over and over, and then I just got home, took a shower, and then, you know, it's not the family's fault.
Yeah.
They were just like, yeah, tough day, huh? I'm like, yeah, tough day. But hey, you butter it up. You got to show face the next day. 8:33 is my natural time when I come in the morning. We got to do this again, bro.
Yeah, man.
We haven't collaborated. Now, we haven't done this together where we both interview somebody. Because I know you've been doing your thing, though. You've been doing your thing. So I think we got to, what do you guys think? We should get Jesse and him and I interviewing somebody one day. I think we got to do that. So.
Yeah, man. I mean, bring the people that you've been talking about, like Crimson Coward owner. What's his name?
We're going to be doing, that's actually in the works next week.
Yeah, dude.
I'll talk to you after these cameras.
Or if you want to do that alone, do it, and we'll get some other people. But I really want to. My thing for the podcast is, man, I don't want to be interviewing other agents and talking about transactions and shit like that. I want to talk about, like, I want to talk to home inspectors. I want to talk to lawyers. I want to talk to people that, I don't know, can give a different perspective on maybe real estate. Because I feel like real estate could be so broad.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. I mean, don't get me wrong, all that. I'll talk to you after the cameras roll out. But I got to ask you these rapid fire questions. Rapid fire.
Yeah.
I mean, I already know one. I know for sure you'd like Drake. I know that's your number one artist, so I can't ask you that question. Everybody knows Jesse loves Drake, if you don't know that.
You know why I do that?
Why?
He pops up a lot, and when he pops up, I want people to think of me when he pops up.
Really?
Does that make sense? Like,
well, he's sexy. You're sexy. I get it.
Like the actual thing about it is like, man, just like I know my inner circle. Every time they hear Drake, they know like, oh, it's Jesse. But like, at the same time, it's like that's how I kind of capture attention too. Yeah. And a lot of the people that I've been targeting on Instagram have been based off
Drake.
His Instagram.
No way.
Yeah, man.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah.
I get that here and there from two things. Everybody knows me. I like Dre, or obviously running. But, yeah. Then they'll ask me, a question like what somebody just recently asked me, like, how do you do all your training? I'm like, come on, there's a big picture right next in my office. Dr. Dre's one,
Yeah.
Walt Disney's another one, and Phil Jackson.
Mm.
Do you have two other people that say that's who you like to emulate? I know Drake's one when it comes to creativeness, branding, lyrical, carries himself with some swag. Anyone else?
I mean, there's a couple of other people that I keep my eye on and I study. There's Omar, Ryan Pineda, Grant Cardone, Ryan Serhant, Kevion.
Yeah.
There's just a couple of people that I keep my eye on. And I study them and I see how they interact. I see how they carry themselves. I see how they post their content. And
Yeah.
I feel like all of them I'm a mixture of all of them. I'm not, I don't know. I'm me, but I get my creativeness from looking at other people.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people are like that too.
Yeah. I've always said, man, I mean, you always hear me talking about Paul. So, like, I remember, like, when I would see him, like, damn, like, he brought some fear into you, but he would always bring that respect. Like, you just knew when he walked in, it was like, it's his presence, you respected him.
Yeah.
And he always spoke wisdom. And I'm always saying, like, if there's any way, I mean, I could come maybe a quarter of that man, then I solidified looking up to him. But it's kind of going what you're saying, right? Like, you got those people, like your pillars.
Yeah, man. Those are my
That's
people. Those are the people that I just follow every day.
Favorite movie?
Baha, man. That's like asking me what's my favorite song. It changes. I like cinema. I like videography. And a lot of the movies that I'm into have to do with people that really specialize in cinematography. And I've been really like into movies like Interstellar, space movies, aliens, sci-fi type of shit. I'm into all that. I don't know, I've always wondered, like, what if there are aliens, bro, and we're not the only ones out here? I'm sure there is. Yeah. Like, if you ask me, do I believe in aliens? I'm gonna say probably. Fuck yeah.
I think that's a conversation I have with my Moscow Mule, and you have your tequila.
Yeah, whatever.
It'll be a never-ending conversation when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Place you want to visit in this world?
Man, I really want to go to Dubai.
We were just talking about that with
Ankit's trying to take me this year. I'm like, dude, that's a bucket list right there.
I'm gonna tell you something we want to. It's in the vision board. I'm declaring it. This podcast in Dubai with Ankit.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
No, we just talked about that.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Like, you want in? We got space for one more.
Yeah, man.
I know Bernard is going.
He's going in June.
Yeah. So, hey, we're declaring it.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Besides that, I got to ask you this question. Tacos or burritos?
Tacos, bro, all day.
Mariachi or banda?
I don't even know the difference. That's bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hold on. Mariachi is
the guy with the big
suited and booted.
The guy with the big sombreros.
Suited and booted people.
Yeah.
And there's typically
banda
no
has
mics,
a tuba.
It's just them.
Banda has a tuba.
Banda has a tuba.
Yeah, never mind.
And mariachi doesn't.
Mariachi is country music and banda is rap music.
What?
Yeah, we lost you there. Yeah, we just lost you there. All right, favorite kicks?
Probably the Air Force Ones right now.
Air Force Ones right now?
Yeah, man, affordable, easy.
You got me into those, man.
Yeah, Air Force Ones.
You did get me into those. I'm not rocking them today, but.
Yeah, Air Force Ones, bro.
All right, cool. Anything else you want to say?
Man.
Where can they follow you? I know people, for those
people can follow me anywhere. You just look up Jesse Tech, T-E-K at the end. But, man, I do want to leave the people with something. I feel like a lot of the people that come up to me and ask me questions about video and how do I get business from social media and how do I do this on Instagram, man, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, but I do it. And the way that I've gotten into it was just continuous repetitions.
Yep.
For one random day that I went to Starbucks and I didn't want to go to the office, I just posted my first reel. And it was about a flip in Pico Rivera. That was my first reel. I threw it out. It got like 2,000 views. I'm like, oh shit. And next thing you know, I just like, all right, well, let's go record another video. Next thing you know, the next video hits 4,000 views. I'm like, whoa, okay. So I started getting a taste of it. And, dude, every video is a learning experience.
Mm-hmm.
And so...
And you've evolved.
Yeah, the way you're going to get better is by doing things. I've only been doing video for 3 years. And there's people that have been doing it for much longer that are benefiting from it. So, yeah, if I could tell someone that is thinking about getting into video or getting into social media type of stuff, is just do it, man. Your first video is going to suck. Your first video is going to be garbage. It's going to be horrible.
I know my videos did.
But, like, it's bad if your 30th video, your 40th video is bad.
Yeah.
It should get better. You should progress.
And invest.
Yeah, you should invest in yourself.
People don't see it social media as like that. People just want to, but no, you have to invest in social media as well.
Yeah.
Not only in time, but some equipment eventually. But that's one thing that people ask me. Someone just asked me this morning, how did you start? I said, man, I think I started with my iPhone 5.
Yeah, iPhone,
just taking pictures. And it just evolved. So, man, I mean, I wish you nothing but the best. I know you're going to kill it 2024. I know
I'm
we're
going to try to get into flipping this year, bro.
I know you are.
We didn't talk about that, but I'm trying to get into
We're going to do another one then.
Flip shit.
We'll do another one.
Yeah.
We'll do another one.
It's really crazy being on both ends, like listing agent and owner on this property that I'm selling in Moreno Valley. Because I'm trying to be emotional, but I'm not trying to be emotional.
It's because your kitchen sucked, bro.
That was fucked up from that guy that actually said that.
There's a guy that walked out, and
this
then
guy said your kitchen sucks, bro.
No, he didn't know. But he didn't know you. He didn't know you were the
owner.
And then he's like, "So what you think about the property?" And then the guy's like, "Yeah, I mean it's okay, but the kitchen's the kitchen, it's old. It needs to be remodeled." And we're both like,
I looked at him like, "Wow, okay."
And then so the guy leaves, and I looked at him dead in the eye. I'm like, "Hey man, your kitchen sucks."
I know.
And he's all like, "Bro, that hurt."
Yeah, dude, it kind of hurt. And I FaceTime you this last Saturday.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I got bad news, man.
I'm like, what?
Escrow fell out, bro. But it's because of the kitchen.
It sucked. All right, man. More of the story, man. Clean your kitchen. Right? Yeah.
That was good?
Yeah. All right, Jesse Tech, thank you, man. Appreciate it. We got to do it. Much love, brother.
Thank you, bro.
Deuces.
All right, man.